All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Shape Up number 14 if you're following in sequence. I hope everybody is doing well and we're ready to go. So let's begin first with our feet hip width apart. We're going to focus on squatting down, bringing the hips behind us, maybe bringing those arms out in front to help facilitate warming up of the upper body. So let's just keep that going for 4, 5, we're going to aim for 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's bring it up nice and tall, planting on the right side. We're going to bring the left leg forward and back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to cross it over the front. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then let's bring the knee up. We're going to open it to the side. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, trade it over to the other side. Now really focusing on planting that left foot and then bringing it forward and back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll cross it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then focusing on that balance, bring that knee up. We're going to open it to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good. Nice work, guys. Okay, so a little bit different. We're gonna walk it forward. We're gonna lift up, walk it back, and again, walking it forward, lift it back, or lift it up, walking forward a couple steps, swing step, and back, and nice big lift up. All right, so some of you may not be able to touch the toes. That's okay. Just bring the foot forward and facilitate the movement through the arm too as well, okay? So we're just focusing on that upper body, that lower body. Nice big lift up. And one more. All right. And again, we're going to facilitate that walking forward 1, 2 steps, and then hip lift rotation. And then walk it back. Again, walk it forward. Hip lift rotation. Walk it back. And again, hip lift, rotate. So you're just drawing a big circle. And up. Good, a couple more on each side. Maybe 2 or 3 steps, and then do your rotation. Last one. All right, good. Okay, so nice work, guys. So we're going to pivot over to the left side, planting the right foot. We're going to do some calf raises up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll trade sides and pumping that heel up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So bring it back to center now, stretching the quadriceps. And then just remember, not holding it too long in the warm-up variation and just trading side to side. Maybe use a wall for support. And a couple more. All right, good. And then we'll just bring it around the core. So some rotations around the core, focusing on spinal rotation. So just remember to breathe. Don't hold the breath. All right. And then we'll just bring it back to center, and we're going to open the arms, crossing over, right one over top of the left one over top of the right, just switching each time. Okay. All right, so big lift to the sky as well. And if you want, you can incorporate the heel lift. And then, of course, some elbow rotations and in the other direction. All right, and then some wrists as well. And in the other direction. Okay, so bring the palms together. We'll finish off with some slow rotations of the wrists. And then in the other direction. All right. Okay, good. Okay, so let's get to it. We're going to start off with a lower body, some lower body work first. So it's going to be mainly like still focusing a little bit on the warming up portion of the joints, but mainly through like glute work. Okay, so it's not intense like what we usually do with the cardio, but just enough to kind of stimulate some more movement through the joints. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds of work on this one and a 15-second transition time. So the first exercise we're going to start with is either the stationary C-step, or you can move around in your C-step if you have space in your workout area. So the first one, for stationary, you're going to draw some big circles around the joints here. So keeping the back up nice and tall, the abs are tight, and we're circulating around. Okay. Now, if you're moving, you can do C-step where you tuck the foot in, it comes out, you tuck it in, it rotates out. Okay, rotates out. Okay. All right, so either one's great. So we'll start with that first. Okay, and then here we go. So bring it in, rotate it out. So big circle. Remember, we've talked about how the joints like big circles. They like big movements. They stay fluid that way. They stay healthier. And of course, we're working within that comfortable range of motion and in a pain-free range of motion as well. 5 seconds. Okay, so next up, we're going to do the back step. So if you're thinking about keeping the knee straight and you're focusing on working from the hip to squeeze the glute, okay? So you can do it stationary. Okay, or you can move around a little bit in your space, just depending on what you have available to you. Okay, so really focusing on squeezing the glutes as you're moving through that space. Okay, then after this one, we're going to be doing side steps with all one side. All one side. 4 seconds. Okay, so if you're stationary, it's going to look like this. Okay, if you're moving around a little bit, your side step. Side step. Okay, from my frontal view, side step, side step, side step. Okay, so it's important to remember that when you're doing that side step, that the this part of the body here, the torso, stays upright. So you don't want to do this, okay? But you do want to keep it straight, and you want to focus on that side step. Okay, and then after this, we'll do the left side. Okay, so on the left side, so whatever variation you're doing in your space, Okay, starting in 4 seconds. Okay, and then after this one, we're going to work it down onto the mat. So we've got a few exercises on the mat to do after this one. So 10 seconds left. Okay, so feet to the sky, you're in pelvic tilt. We're going to do some scissors. So moving the legs side to side, opening up the hips. Okay, here we go. Let's pump that out nice and strong. All right. Okay, and then we're going to stay on the mat again for a couple more exercises after this one. Okay, so coming into tabletop, we're going to do fire hydrants, alternating from side to side. So side to side, nice big lift up. Now just remember that when you're doing the knee lift to the side, don't rotate the hips. Okay, keep the hips straight and just focus on lifting the knee to the side. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, so we're going to do alternating glute kick. So bending the knee at 90 degrees. You're going to change side to side. Okay, so just keeping that knee bent at 90 degrees, pushing the sole of the foot up towards the sky. Keep the toes contracted. And just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. Okay, so laying on your side, we're in a semi-side plank position. We're going to do clamshells, so all one side. So opening the knee. So just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. And of course, remember when you lift that knee up, you don't want your back hip to rotate behind you. You want to keep the hips stacked. Maybe place that hand on the hip just to make sure that you're not rotating backwards. Okay, let's move over to the other side. Okay, up and down. And just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. So we have 10 seconds. Okay, so let's bring it on up to the feet. We're going to do our cardio portion. So we're going to do 8 exercises. I'll give you 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. Let's first begin with high knees. Okay, so we got the low impact high knees, and then we've got your high impact high knees. Okay, so picking which one works best for you. Okay, so let's get ready. So high knees, low impact, or high impact. Okay, here we go, pump it out. $18 seconds. And then we're gonna do some football shuffles or fast feet next. Let's keep it going. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So side to side. Okay, so just remember you can speed it up to increase the intensity. Okay, here we go. Or to decrease the intensity, just slow it down a little bit. Okay, 18 seconds. So we're going to do a double one next. We're going to do 4 heel kicks and 2 squats. Okay, so low impact 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, or the high impact 4 and then 2 of these, 1, 2. Okay, so 4 and 2, high impact or low impact. And again, if you want to do a high impact squat, your higher impact would be the jumping squat movement. Okay, now just remember, if you're doing that option, that you must really, when you land on the feet, you sink into the knees. Don't lock out the joint on the landing. 3 seconds. Okay, so low impact swing step here. Okay, or you can do the high impact, you've got the jump in there. All right. This shirt is not a good shirt to be wearing a microphone on. There's way too much fabric and it's punching me in the face. All right. It's a wardrobe faux pas when you got to wear a mic. Okay, so let's bring it into some glute kicks. So glute kicks or just side to side. Okay. Okay, coming up next, we're going to do some jumping jacks. Jumping jacks. We'll pump that out nice and strong, guys. So we have 3 sets left after this one. Okay, so here's your low impact jumping jack, and then you've got your high impact jumping jack. Okay, so one or the other, or a combination of both. You can do some high, some low, some high, some low. Oh, there's all sorts going on here with this today. My apologies. 15 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so next one we're going to do is crisscross. Okay, so this one here requires a little bit of coordination. Make sure that you don't trip. The variation, crossing over. Okay, just no jumping. Okay. Five seconds. Okay, so let's bring it into sumo squats. So toes out, so down nice and easy, and then up. Down and up. Okay, here we go. This is your last set. And then we're going to move it into some strength training next. Okay, so 15 seconds. Working that out. So nice and strong. All right, good. So that's a rest. Nice job, guys. So let's rest up. Now, the next group that we're going to move on to, we have 10 strength exercises. So a combination of upper and lower. So first exercise we're going to focus on is going to be squat. So with or without the weight, that's fine. You can hold two dumbbells, one dumbbell on each side, or you can hold one at the chest, and then you're going to move up and down in squat position, just like we did in the warm-up. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do this round. We're going to bring your intensity level up to, or your work level time up to 40 seconds. And I'm just going to increase your rest period to the 15 seconds. Okay, so get in position, guys. Get ready. Okay, and then pumping it up and down. So working that squat movement. Now I'll give you a 10-second warning if you need to get onto the mat, you need that extra time. I'll give you the 10-second warning, okay? So the next exercise, we're going to be doing chest presses, and your 10-second warning is coming up. All right, so when you're ready, if you're pretty good, you can just keep going, wait for the buzzer. Okay, so resting for 15 seconds, getting yourself down to the mat. We're gonna do chest presses next. So chest press. Okay, so pumping that out nice and strong. Okay, and then after this one, we'll come back up to the feet. I'll give you the 10-second warning again, and then we'll move it back up to the feet. And we're gonna do lunges on the next set. So there's your 10-second warning now, if you need that extra time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna lunge forward, and then you're gonna step it back, and then switch sides. Lunge forward, and then step it back. Okay, so again, with or without the weights. So you're stepping forward in that lunge, coming back to center, and then stepping back in lunge. And then just switching sides. So I'll give you that 10-second warning again, and then we're gonna move down to the floor where we're gonna do push-ups coming up next. Okay, there's your 10 seconds. If not, just keep training. Okay, so coming into the push-up position, you've got the box push. You also have just from the knees, you can do the push-up as well, or off the knees if you want to try some harder ones. Okay, so maybe try a few of the harder ones and then regress to the lower ones. That way you can build up the strength a little bit to eventually start doing a little bit more of the harder ones. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna come up to the feet again, and we're gonna be doing some one-arm rows. So I'll give you your 10-second warning now. So if you need that extra time, go on up. And otherwise, keep working. Okay, so resting, we're gonna come into that bent over position. We've got the split stance position. We're doing the one-arm row up and down. And just remember to breathe out as you pull the dumbbell up. Now just make sure that you're not lingering around way up here and trying to do that row. That's just not the position of the movement. I want you in the folded position. So you can rest your palm right on your upper thigh for support, or you can put it on a chair. But as long as you're in that bent over position. Okay, so we're going to switch over to the other side coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll trade it over now to the other side. We'll move it over to the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Then after this one, I'll give you that 10-second warning again, but we have 2 exercises on the mat right after. So let's keep it going, guys. 10-second warning. Keep going if you're good, keep exercising, wait for the buzzer. Okay, so coming into plank, so we've got the different planks. We have plank off the knees, plank on the knees. We also have the box plank. Okay, so box plank tends to be the easiest one out of the 3. This one is kind of in the middle, and then this one's your harder one. So maybe try a little bit of go as long as you can in the harder one, and then regress as you need to. But just remember too, don't stick the butt in the air. It will feel easier if the butt's in the air. So lower the hips a little bit, bring it more in line with your back. And then you'll notice that it'll be a little bit more work, so then you know that you're doing it correctly. Okay, after this one, we're gonna still be in that plank position. So whatever plank position you're gonna use, you're gonna do the arm pushes here. So you come up into the arm push, and then you lower back down. So that can be off the knees, that can be on the knees, and that can also be in your box push. Okay. So just remember when you're doing the push from the floor that don't push always with the right side. Change it up. Do some on the left, some on the right, some on the left to lead. We're almost there. We're going to do 2 air boxing movements next. Just for some fun, just some basic fun fitness stuff. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just doing some uppercuts first. Okay, so nice and a little bit of firm through the elbows, keeping the shoulders relaxed, doing a little bit of the bouncing through the knees and driving up towards the sky. So thinking about the flat part of the fist coming up towards the sky as you press up, and just keeping the abs tight. We're just rotating through the core. So working the full body here. 20 seconds. And then we'll do some cross punches next. Coming up next, cross punches. Okay, so cross punches, side to side. So rotating on the cushy parts of the feet, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Okay, here we go. Just pumping it out, guys. So this is our last set on this round. We're going to aim for another set. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job, guys. Nice work. Okay, so let's take a rest. I'll give you 1 minute. So I'll just time it on my clock here. And then we're going to move it back into the squats again. But this time I'll just change up some of the movements just a little bit. So for the squat movement, what I'm going to have you do is we're going to squat down and then inside foot tap. So squat down, inside foot tap, squat down, inside foot tap. Okay, so that'll be the squat movement. Okay. Okay, 30 more seconds, and then we'll get into it again. All right. So 15 seconds. We're almost there, guys. All right, so 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat down, tap. Squat down, tap. Okay, and then keep that going. And then what we're going to do before we were kind of alternating between getting to and from the mat for each exercise. I'm going to wait. I'm going to do another leg exercise up top here. Okay. All right. So we have 5 seconds. Okay, so we're going to lunge to the side, come back, lift the leg. Lunge, lift the leg. So let's do all one side. Okay, so we're a little bit of balance on that one as you focus. So really think about on that one side that you're planting that foot, and then that other leg, the working leg, is coming to the side. Okay, so more than likely without weights on that one. If not, just hold one at the chest. If you can balance it and do it all together, great. And then now, because we're making this one unilateral, we'll change sides on the next set. Okay, so stepping side, lift, side, lift. Okay, so notice, I'll just wait. Okay, notice when I'm stepping to the side and then I do my lift that I'm not overcompensating by leaning too far to the one side. I still, of course, have to flex through the hip. I'm going to lean a tiny bit, but I'm not going right over there. Good, keep it going. After this one, we'll make it down to the mat. I'll give you almost your 10-second warning is now. So if you need that extra time, let's move on down to the mat. Okay, so next exercise we're going to do is the chest press, so laying on your back. You can bring the feet to the sky for some extra abs. And we're going to do the chest press. Okay, get my mic flipped back around here. So when you're doing the arms, just remember that the arm stays bent at 90 degrees when you lower the arm towards the floor. So just making sure that the back of the arm just does a little floor touch, and then you extend back up again. Okay, after this one, we're going to do push-ups. So any style of push-up is fine. Try maybe a couple of the harder ones, then regress to the easier ones. Okay, so you've got your box push, you've got your from the knees push. Okay, and then you've got your regular push. Okay. All right, so give it a try. So any style. Oh, and remember too, like you can also do the push-ups on the wall. So if you want to regress a little bit more too, I mean, like the box push is for as low as you can go on the floor. So, but if you want, you can still do the push-up on the wall. Okay, and then after this one, actually, we're gonna get up onto the feet. If you need that extra 10 seconds, go ahead now. And then we're gonna do the one arm row. Okay, so coming into one arm row is our next exercise. Okay, so we're working unilaterally now again. So all one side to do that row. So just remember when you're in that, I want you in that bent over position, your palm is just resting on the upper thigh. If you have the flexibility, you can definitely rest the forearm on the upper thigh, folding forward, okay? Or you can put your hand on the chair, which will force you to fold forward correctly. Okay, so we'll do all one side first, and then we'll change it over and do the other side. Okay, here we go. You're gonna rest, and then you're gonna change over to the other side. Okay, here we go. Okay, so after this, we have 3 exercises remaining. So I'll give you the 10-second warning. We'll get on the mat and we'll do the planks and then the plank pushes for core and upper body strength. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, so you've got your plank in the box position, you've got the plank from the knees, and then you have the off the knee plank. So pick your plank. And hold it. And then after this one, we'll do the plank and then the arm push. So we alternate arm push. I like that one. It's good for the arm strength, your upper body strength. Forces you to work those areas. So almost there. Okay, so you have the box push. Okay, or you got it from the knees, and then you can do the push from there. You can also do it off the knees, which is the harder variation. Okay, so just remember to breathe, don't hold the breath. And then we have one more exercise. We would have been finishing off with the boxing movements, but because we did some unilateral movements in the beginning, I'm just going to keep you on the mat here and we'll do some bridges. So 10 seconds. Oh, sounds like your support party is coming out of the laundry room. Okay, so coming into the bridge position. So you're going to lift the hips up and down for this one. Pushing through the heels of the feet. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we'll finish off with this one, this exercise, and then we're going to stretch it out afterwards. So we got quite a bit of work in today. Did a good variety of items. Okay. So I'll have you come up to your feet after this set is completed. All right, good job, guys. Okay, so let's bring it on up to the feet. I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. Take your time. I'll just log us out of the interval timer here. Okay, so standing up nice and tall, let's start off first with the quadricep stretch. Now this time you can hold it a little bit longer because we're doing it statically. And then we'll just trade sides. We're trading sides. Okay, good, and then relax. Okay, so then we're gonna cross the right foot over the left, and I'm just gonna have you fold forward. So folding forward. And then we'll just gently roll it back up. And then we'll trade over to the other side. Okay, and then just roll it back up. Okay, so standing up nice and tall, we're gonna come into the split stance, and we're gonna bring the right heel back towards the floor here and bending into the front knee. Oh, Gary's coming to say hello. All right, and then we'll trade sides. Good. And then we'll bring it back up. And then let's bring the feet nice and wide in the stretch. And then we'll just bend into the knee. So stretching out the inside thigh. And then we'll just slowly bring it over to the other side. Hey, buddy, you coming to say hello to everybody? Hmm? And then back to the center, and then just walk the feet in. And resting the palms on the shin, flatten your back, lengthen the crown of the head, lengthening your neck, opening up the vertebrae, and just really thinking about lengthening the tailbone. So you're feeling the stretch here in the hamstrings if you're tight. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna have you fold forward even more. So bend a little bit into the knees here. My knees are bent a little. Maybe wrap the palms around the ankles. And then we'll slowly roll it back up. Just take your time, one vertebrae at a time. And then let's connect the fingers and roll this right into an arm stretch. So all the way up. And then we'll reach to the left. And then we'll reach to the right. Come on back to center then. I'm gonna have you roll the palms forward, drop the chin around the back. And then inhale, lift up. And then exhale, try to rotate the arms around the shoulders here. Come back to center, connect those palms again. And then slowly to press those palms away, roll up again. And then release, slowly rotate, just as far and as comfortable as you can go. Remember, not everybody's gonna have that same range of motion. So come on up and then just rotate, open the chest. Okay, and then just a couple in the other direction, slowly. And then now I'm just gonna have you connect the back of the palms together and then release, and then again, rotate around, palms face up. Palms are still facing one another, and then you're going to rotate the palms, connect them, and then back again. One more time. Open. Exhale. Bring the palms together, and then relax. All right. Okay, nice job today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the program, and I'll see you back here real soon. Take care. Bye for now.